Exile series that we are just kind of starting. Last time I did do a quick little showcase to decide what kind of gameplay we want to go for, and I think I've figured out what we want to do. We're going to start in the War of the Rohirrim, so early on bookmark here, so it's not, we don't have to deal with all the Sauron stuff and all that jazz. That can be for future playthroughs. So we're going to be the War of the Rohirrim. We're going to customize our ruler here real quick. Alright, so I have decided we are going to play a dwarf, and I was trying to figure out a good way to start off, and I think we're going to start right here in Nordum. Obviously it's got dragon cults and it's got orcs and everything, but we're going to roleplay that we've conquered it as, let's go create our own ruler here. Nope. We are the Dwarven. Oh, this is religion. Culture. Firebeard. No, we're not gonna be a Firebeard. Despite everything, I was curious if we could get like the Dwarf Father reincarnation thing. Based off what I can find, we have to be like the dynasty head of one of the families. Unfortunately, I don't really feel like playing as, you know, Durin and all that. So let's see here. What is the houses of the dwarves? Descended from Sindri the Rich. The Ironfist are one of the two dwarven houses that live in ruin. I was thinking either see what these guys got. I don't know if there's any difference. Let's be honest here. Let's see. Oh, eye for an eye, metalwork, legendary artisans, mountain homes. Swords for hire and storytellers as well, huh? Guardians of this culture more effective? Alright. Diasporic wanderers tend to learn many languages. So, unfortunately, like I said before, there really isn't much to go on when it comes to the wandering lifestyle. You know what? Maybe it's actually good if we go over here and like try to conquer it as an adventurer. If not, we'll just start over, but let's do that actually. And you know what? We're going to... One sec, actually. I wanted to just double check. Alright, so I did just do a quick look and I've got an idea. So what we're going to do is... Let's just see. This is all of Ruin, right? Ruin's over here. Okay, cool. So if we're gonna do this, we're gonna start here. Yeah. Create our own adventurer. Religion, no, go to culture. We are going to be an Iron Fist. We'll take a look at this. Culture, religion, Dwarven. Alright, Khazad. The ancient faith of the dwarves revolving around the worship of Mahal, their creator and father. They also deeply revere their history and family honor, taking care to observe their ancestors. Ancestor worship, communal identity, primacy of Aul. Conversion speed of my culture. That's gonna be difficult if we do that, but let's see what else is there. Blue Mountain, primacy of Yavanna, Aul, broad beams, and Firebeards. Those are the Firebeards of the eternal memory. All dwarven houses believe in the fable halls of Mahal, a sacred place in Valinor set aside for Mahal's children. Those who follow Eid Alath, Darag, the tombs of the divine. Mainly practiced by the stiff beards of the far north. Ecclesiarchy. Alright, I just want to see that. Fervor for holy site, ancestor worship, and primacy of Aul, blood of the maker. Gold, that is what is beautiful. Revenge is all in ancient days, from bearing the gifts of the two beautiful rings. Ooh. Alright, I'm thinking What does literalism do? Okay. I think, yeah. Eid Alath Darag. Do we want to be... The blood of the maker could be actually good. Yeah, it's far more than your middle is indeed the very blood of Mahal. Where they respect, nay, veneration. Faiths in the same religion are considered to be hostile. Faiths in the same religious family. God dang. Faiths from other religious families are considered hostile. You just piss everyone off with that one, huh? Maybe we'll switch over and change at some point, but yeah, we'll start with this. Iron Fist. Alright, cool. Let me just do a appearance here. Firebeard, Larry, Urukai. We'll just customize further here. Head and neck. Facial features. Actually, I think we should just stick with like changing our hair. Green waves, long and tied back. Long and free. We are going to be an adventurer. Elven, locks of the Eldar. Long braids, mohawk style. Yeah, we'll stick with the mullet, I suppose. And the beard. What do we got? Regal beard? We need a pious long. Easterling, short, well kept. Pretty sure we'd be made fun of in dwarven society. Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's just stick with this. Yeah, that's fine. Gotta think of a name. Let's go for our education. We are going to be... Would we want to try to be a fortune builder or a tough soldier? Well, since we're going to be an adventurer, like kind of a sellsword like we did with the Game of Thrones series, let's... Were you just clipping through there? That's weird. There, yeah, we'll do this. And let's... gotta be brave. Where's ambitious? Always gotta go for the ambitious. Because it is what we're trying to do. Arrogant, impatient. Wrathful. Yeah, you know what? Let's be... Oh, no, you know what? We could just be stubborn. There we go. So, meet our character, Metal Duergar. So I took, you know, the dwarvish thing from Norse, Duergar, or 5e D&D. It all depends. I think that's like supposed to be a V if we're doing Norse, but it sounds like a U, so Duergar. And the Metal is, you know, metal. I couldn't think of a good first name for him at the moment, but there we go. We are also, here's our crest here. Not entirely sure what this one is. I just like to look, but I did make 7 stars representing the 7 dwarf fathers of the 7 clans, so that's neat. So I also added a vengeful because we're Herculean explosives engineer, so we started learning how to, you know, take down fortresses and you know, sieging. And we're also beardless. Now, here's my thinking, right? For our character backstory here is he is an Iron Fist, which are from Ruin, but he's not old. In fact, 42, he's not even like technically like a full-grown adult. So I want to say 20 years back or so, when he was still kind of a, you know, kind of a teenager, wild years, he got captured by, I'm not entirely sure, maybe some orcs in Ruin. I don't know if orcs are in Ruin or whatever, but maybe humans, and they cut off his beard, right? So great shame, humiliation. Dwarves don't like him, so we can't inherit titles, and we cannot get married. Does not mean we can't have bastard children to continue the line and start over like that. And it says we can't inherit, but no, it doesn't say anything about conquering. If it does turn out to be an issue, I will get rid of it, but I think we're gonna be good. But he's got that burning vengefulness to get even, as it were. He is impatient. It's probably what led to his capture. I don't know if we want to keep that if we're going with this kind of story, but I might get rid of that. Let me know your guys' thoughts, because I don't know if we should have 4 or just the 3. But we want to, I was thinking either wrathful, but no, I think vengeful. We need to, vengeful, ambitious, we need to earn, we need to make them pay and capture everything. All right, in the meantime, other than that, we're gonna be a pretty good fighter, and yeah, I think that's fair enough. We're not going to be earning any side stuff from our rules, like our submod. But other than that, I think we'll be good. Now you know what? Let's have it all be 8. 21. Marshall 16. Yeah. Zibdin Metal of the Ducks of the Robe. And we're gonna be renaming that. Ducks of the Robe. Alright. Lord of the Rings, lore friendly. AI will always make lore friendly choices. Yep. Sauron strength. Lord of the Ring gathers his army. Gondor cannot weather the storm alone. Lord of the Earth. Wings of Udun. Weekend. Nah, we'll start with default, I guess. AI will only colonize lore-friendly places. I guess we'll leave it at that. Steward's Reckoning Sindarin. Sauron's appearance as armored fair. Corrupted. Crispy. Gorthar the Cruel. Yeah, I guess we'll stick with that. The Golden King. Then we'll see option for Sauron to recall Nazgul, the Golden King. Elven expansion. Elven conversion. Mithril restriction. Mithril can only be found in Khazad-dûm, even with the exotic minerals perk. Misty Mountains. Yeah, let's go anywhere, and maybe, because we're gonna try to go north here for the Iron Mountains, and maybe we'll come across some mithril. Female beards, short dwarven beards, long dwarven beards, long and short beards for all. Lore-wise, I'm pretty sure female dwarfs are supposed to have beards, so. News events will be sent to players to announce major developments. Heritage of Gil-galad, Oradroth, Finrod, Maglor, Karanthir. Since it's always up in the air with Gil-galad, we'll stick with the Oradreth. Fingon, Finrod, yeah. Might want, maybe for a future playthrough, we'll change it up. Valinor Intervention, Middle Earth. Middle Earth invasion will happen when 70% of Middle Earth is controlled by either Sauron or the Wilderness. Rudar's borders, difficulty. Alright. The rest of this seems to be all same. And no end date. Yep. Generate families, custom duchies, empire obscurity. Random nicknames, faith acceptance, the adoption, domain limit, just making sure everything is still good. Gondor will not have an administrative government. Arnor will not. Umbar, Belikar, Ray. I don't know where Ray is. Players, no special changes. Always with August trait. Players that have the Alcartar trait begin with the least kingdom will automatically convert to administrative government. No special changes, I suppose. Imperial power. Empires may be freely created by any character who meets their requirements. Pact of advantage. All playable characters counted above receive. See, we wouldn't even get that because we're not a count technically. Maximum skill. Okay. Let's apply that. And let's start. The roads we walk. This'll be an army someday. No, I think we probably would start alone. Just because the beardless people would not like us that much. Or maybe these would be friends who have known us for a while. Grahaba the Compassionate. Yeah, you know what? This will be an army someday. We have Grahaba the Compassionate. That's why she's chosen to continue with following us, even though she's a human. Oh, these are humans. No wonder. Okay, so that's why they don't know what the meaning of beardless is. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. First things first, though. We gotta name this. We gotta rename that the Ducks of the Robe. We are going to be named. What's a good name? Do we want to do... No, I did stars for when we were doing our Game of Thrones, but it does fit. You know what? The Iron Fists, named after our culture. Since there's like, I did do a quick look, there were no Iron Fists. And now there are. Alright, I did search before and it didn't have any. So I guess that sucks, but I thought it'd be like the last of them, but it's not like any of them are rulers, it looks like, so. There's not many of them left. We'll rebuild the Iron Fists. Alright, so we can't craft because I don't think we can craft. Success chance. Oh, well, maybe. I don't think he's a crafter though. Maybe that'll be a future character. Like I said, this first character is probably going to be pretty basic. So in the meantime, become a great conqueror, champion the Iron Fist culture. We'll have to move on. Requirements. You have the same culture. Your camp is not located in the capital county. Well, unfortunately, there are no places, so I don't think we'll be able to become the champion of the culture, unfortunately. Could maybe do this, though. Got it with this character, but I think maybe we'll become a bandit or something. Because we need all the help we can get, because we are fleeing ruin. So do we have any funds? We have 40 gold. Available camp purpose. We are wanderers. chance of any become freebooters. Legitimists we can't because we do not. We must have a pressed claim on at least one kingdom tier. Interesting. Explorers. Unlocks the camp upgrades, can access Master Thief, Manhack, Master of Spoils. But would it be good if our first character, when he does end up in conquering, be a thief and everything? The legends, maybe we can rewrite the legends, I don't know. We'll stick with Wanderers for now, and then maybe we'll switch to the freebooters. But in the meantime, alright, so we're technically right here. Is there any learn language, friend challenge? Contracts. No ongoing contracts. Don't have the money to create a man-at-arms regiment. Alright. Burn property. This is a criminal contract. Settle boundary dispute. Do we want to burn property and become a criminal this early? If we do want to go that route. Level in Gallus Bay will make you most of the world hate you more and respect you less, and eventually cause followers of yours who disapprove of your brigandry to dramatically leave. Oh, wow. I mean, a character is a petty criminal with a low score, or at least murder. Decision that special action the character can take at your leisure. Well, I guess for now, maybe we'll stay away from becoming a criminal. Let's see if we can do our first contract. Alright, 32% chance we succeed. We'll gain stress, but we automatically succeed at least that. I can solve anything. Maybe we should have gave ourselves the stubborn trait. Alright. Might be time to actually flee the ruin and head to technically, what is that? Rovania, and head to greener pastures, as it were. So let's do that. How many provisions do we got? We got that. Your camp. Move camp to no. Let's move camp, not there. Yeah. 375 provisions, but it'll be fine. As we continue through Hazard Rig, my eye catches an elaborately decorated tomb amidst a network of common graves. Could potentially gain 50 gold. Lost 25 opinion of us, and 20 years for a grave robber. He can arrest us at any time. Ugh. Lose 50 gold. Get an army. Perfect job for you. Yes, big man. Thickness in the herd. There's no way two ways about it. Redistribute, carry on. Being sick and herd. Alright. Okay. Criminal contract. Ambush travelers. Mug wealthy citizenry. Ooh. Man, this place just wants us to become a criminal, don't they? Well, I think we'll end it here. I've asked a few questions, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think of what we should be doing on all that. And do I have that? No, I don't have this amount. We're gonna give ourselves like a nickname, like the Exile or something. but I guess not. Anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts on our beginning journeys here, and leave any comments and thoughts down below. Should we continue moving west, or should we maybe go a little bit more north to Dorwinion? And should we become a criminal or not? Let me know. So with that said, leave any comments down below. And you know what, what's your favorite race? I've asked this like before and everything. What's your favorite race in Lord of the Rings? Favorite characters, historical, in the books, legendarium, whatever. All that. It could be some obscure character, it could be Sam. I know a lot of people really like Sam. And other than that, and you know what? What's your favorite character of like each race? There we go. Who's your favorite, like, over the race of men, dwarves, elves, all that jazz? So with that said, leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike, but tell me why, and I shall see you all later.